Imagine opening your phone, watching someone demonstrate a product live, asking them questions in the chat, getting a limited time deal, and buying before the live stream ends. In the US, that still feels kind of new, maybe even a little chaotic, but in China, this is already a major way people shop. So I want to break down live selling in China and the US and why it became so powerful in China and why the US has been slower to adopt and what this tells us about the future of commerce. Hi, I'm Allie and I like to break down how businesses and modern trends actually work, not in a girl way, but more in a curious, does this actually make money way. Live selling is basically what happens when entertainment, product education, and shopping all happen at the same time. A host goes live online, shows a product, answers questions, builds urgency, and gives viewers a way to buy while they're watching. You can think of it like QVC for the mobile era, but the big difference is that the audience can talk back. They can ask, does this come in my shade? What size is it? Can you give me a demonstration? And the host can answer in real time. And that matters because online shopping has always had a trust problem. You can read reviews, but you can't ask a product page a follow-up question. Live selling tries to solve that with a person, a demonstration, a live audience, and a moment that feels urgent. I personally believe why China is so far ahead is not just because people there like live streams, it's that China built their live selling into their shopping system. Modern live commerce is often traced back to Alibaba's Taobao Live, which launched in 2016. From there, platforms like Douyin help turn live stream shopping into a daily shopping behavior. In China, live sellers can be trained, supported by teams, and treated almost like performance-based retail operators. They're not just influencers, they know how to explain the product, handle objections, create urgency, and keep people engaged. And I'd say that's one of the biggest lessons here. Attention is not the same thing as conversion. A lot of people can get views, not everyone can sell. The US has been slower because shopping behavior is more fragmented. We might discover something on TikTok, check views on Amazon, compare prices elsewhere, visit the brand's website, and then maybe decide to buy later or not. And when you think about it, that is very different from a live shopping ecosystem where content, trust, payment, and fulfillment are all connected. I think there's also a cultural piece. American shoppers are used to buying on their own time and taking their time with things. Live selling asks people to shop in the moment. The deal is happening right now, the host is answering right now, the energy is high, and people are buying. The other challenge is that being a creator and being a live seller are not the same thing. A creator might be great at making beautiful content, but the live selling requires product knowledge, pacing, customer service, connection, strategy, and the ability to answer objections instantly. And you gotta have a little bit of a personality, come on. So what does that mean for brands and operators in the US? I don't think the answer is every business should go live. I think the better question is, where does a live format actually reduce friction in the buying decision? Live selling actually works best when the product is visual, can be demonstrated, the host is engaging, and it's an overall easy to buy shopping experience once the customer understands it. But the mistake would be treating live selling like a random content idea. It's really an operation. You need the right product, the right host, the right price, the right selling strategy, checkout flow that works, and fulfillment that can keep up if the show actually performs. I would say my takeaway is China did not win live selling because live streamers are more entertaining. I think it worked because, one, they figured it out, they made the system easy to discover new products, establish trust, created urgency, and they all created that in one live stream moment. But the funny thing is, the US has all the ingredients, the creators, the brands, social platforms, and shoppers who already buy online. But the habit is still forming, and the infrastructure is still catching up. That's why I think this trend is worth paying attention to, not because every live stream will become a sales machine and it's gonna encourage you to spend, but because it shows how shopping is becoming a more social and more interactive experience. And I'm just gonna throw it out there because I'm gonna do it anyways, but if you want, I could do a follow-up breaking down what a small brand would actually need to run a profitable live selling event, the products, the hosts, the offer, the margins, and the mistakes to avoid. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.